Hey, band members, welcome back to band practice. This is Emma.
And I'm Madison, and today we're going to be playing a spicy game of truth or drink. We thought this would be fun because our podcast, the beginning portion, surrounds drinks anyway, so why not add a
Yeah,
little alcohol in it and make it a fun little game? I don't know.
I couldn't agree more. And one thing we love to do is ask each other questions. I
Ugh,
think we've
love
gathered
asking
that.
mine.
We love to share, overshare, which will basically be this entire episode because one thing about Madison and I is we might be quiet, but we're also an open book. Like I'll tell y'all anything. I really don't care.
Yes. I feel like that's why we like asking each other questions so much is because I like will spill anything when provoked. Like I won't just
Mhm.
tell you if you don't ask, but if you ask, it like opens the floodgates and I'll literally tell you anything.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And even if it's like I'm like also a really bad liar, so and I don't know how like I don't know. If someone asked me like something that's super something about something really embarrassing, I would just it would just word vomit out of me. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't know how to like make something up on the spot and like lie. So,
Yeah.
you're going to get the truth and the drink from me today.
I know. I was thinking that the whole concept of the game is like truth or drink. And I'm like,
Yeah,
well, I have a delicious beverage that I actually do want to drink, but also
exactly.
looking over all these questions, I would tell you any of them. So it might just be truth and drink. Hey.
That's probably what it's going to be, to be honest. Like I'm not going to just let this drink sit here. So,
No, no.
yeah.
I can't wait to see what you've made. But
I
first,
I know.
how have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah?
And like, do I want to be honest? The truth starts now. No, I just be having a tummy ache 24/7 for like, well, really like a decade, but really bad for like the last 2 weeks. So, I'm just like doing my best to get by day, and it's fine. Um, I've started to do some online shopping, which is fun. I've been vlogging a lot for the old YouTube channel, which is also fun. And I don't know, we've been having really cloudy weather the last few days, I think as like a result of Hurricane Hillary hitting
Mhm.
California. And no rain, just clouds, but I will take it. So,
Why not?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about your tummy. I thought we
Oh,
were
it's
in the
okay.
clear. I thought you were
I
healed.
know.
Emma's tummy was doing really good for a while, and now we're
Yeah.
back. We're back on
I
the
just
struggle
don't really
bus.
understand. And like, I hate having to go to the doctor. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll just choose to suffer.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
actually, did have an update for everyone.
Oh, let's hear it.
Um, I did in fact get my first pap smear. Jesus Christ. I'm like nervous thinking about it. I did in fact finally get my first pap smear last week. So I would like a round of applause from all my ladies. If you've
Woohoo!
been listening for a while, there was once or twice in an episode where I confessed my fear of gynecology, but I had to face it. So stay strong.
Yeah, no, that is a really big step. I'm actually very
Thank
proud
you.
of you. Even though it wasn't your choice
Yeah.
necessarily. Do you want to share how it happened?
Oh,
I didn't mean like why you were at the doctor. I meant like that you were just at the doctor and it happened.
I'm like, so my symptoms were no. So yeah, along with my health issues, she wanted to perform a pelvic exam. And while she was down there, she was like, when was like your first pap smear? Or like, when was your last pap smear? I was like, ooh, so actually never. And she's like, well, while I'm down here, do you mind if I just do it real quick? I was like, go ahead, girly. Like, let's just. And I was like, that's the way I needed it to go was for to be blindsided to where I'm not
Yes.
prepared for it. Was it uncomfortable? Absolutely. Did it necessarily hurt? I don't know that I'd say the word hurt, but it wasn't a comfy experience, but it also was over really quick. And I'm just proud of myself for facing my fears for the sake of my health.
Yeah, that's very important. Everybody listening, including me, schedule your next pap smear. Are you supposed to get them
Yes.
annually? I don't even know. Past
What
the
was she
age
saying?
of
I
something.
think after you're like once you're in your 30s, I think you get them annually, but in your 20s, I think she said every few years. I'm not quite
Okay.
sure.
So a pelvic exam, was she already up in there anyways?
No, like speculum was already in there.
Oh, okay. Then why not? Yeah.
Yeah. No, but the scraping with the thing, that's crazy.
Oh,
That's the part where I was like, "Oh,
sends
I'll
shivers down my
spare
spine.
you the details." But
Why
yeah.
do women have to go through all, like, a man
Like, y'all haven't thought of something new? Why you
figure
gotta
something
open it
out?
up?
Why with the car jack, just crank it
Just
open.
just put a swab in there and get out if you
Yeah,
really have to.
swirl around. I don't know. But proud of
Yeah.
you.
Thank you so
Hey, the
much.
first step is the hardest, so
Yeah. It was
you've
the
already passed it.
unknown that was really frightening. Yeah.
Mhm.
I do believe I could do it again in a few years.
I think you could for sure.
Thank you.
What an update that was, may I
I
say.
know. I know you were all wondering and probably curious about my feminine health.
They
But
were
yeah,
like,
everything's
"Has
good
she
down
gotten a
there.
pap
So
smear?"
just
Like,
yeah, they're like,
when we're
I'm really
waiting.
frightened that she has not done this. No, everything's good. All the results, we're doing good, thriving. Really. Now it's just the tummy issues.
We'll get to the
Yeah,
bottom of it
yeah, probably not.
eventually.
But
Tummy
they're
issues
gonna be
really
like,
though.
no more Taco Bell. I'll be like, ooh,
Ooh.
okay. Don't really trust
Yeah.
that. Anyways, what's any life updates for you?
Honestly, not much because I don't want to talk about India again, and that's really all I have to talk about.
Yeah, that's
Um, but my birthday is this week. Very
it. Sure is.
exciting. Everyone say happy birthday.
I have one of your gifts
Um,
right next to me on my desk right now.
ooh, just pan the camera over. Don't be shy.
No, like I'm so tempted to show you. I'm like,
I'm
wait,
like,
should I do an
I'm like,
unboxing?
your gift is in my closet. Should I go get it? Yeah, I'm very excited. I love my birthday. We all know this. I talk about it all the time. I just all year long I can't wait for it to be my birthday,
Yeah.
truly. But my parents are coming to visit for the first time
Mm,
for the weekend and I'm very excited. So that's my life update. I'm turning
excited for you.
25. It's a quarter life crisis, but hey, what can you do?
Quarter life, yeah, maybe. Maybe like third life.
Oh,
Like, are we gonna make it to 100? I just am not sure about it.
I think I would. Never mind. Let me not get dark. I was gonna say, I feel like I'm either gonna die like before I turn 30 or I'm gonna make it to like 110. Like it's really all or nothing with me,
I could
personally.
see you living a long time. I think you could outlive us all, so
Thank you. I mean,
respect.
I hope not. That would be tragic, but
Yeah, be pretty boring. Anyways, what you drinking?
I'm actually, I feel like you've had this before. I feel like I've seen you with it, but maybe not because another life update. I found my new favorite local health food store and I went the other day. Great experience. I loved every second of it. And everything had like stickers that was local. And this
Mhm.
was local, but I feel like I've seen you with it. Have I?
I've never had
Lavender
that.
lemonade? Really? Okay, maybe it's just so your vibe. It's a lavender
It is my vibe.
lemonade. And the brand is Big Bees, local to Colorado. And I just have a vodka lavender lemonade.
Yum. Oh my gosh, that sounds
Yeah.
so good.
It is honestly scrumptious. Not to like break the fourth wall, but we tried to record this episode yesterday and it just didn't work out. But I had already poured this drink. And so I had it yesterday. So I knew it was going to be delicious.
I actually made a different drink yesterday than I did today. Isn't that
Wow.
crazy? Yeah.
It just wasn't good, or you were just in the mood for something
It
different?
was great. I just wanted to try something different.
Okay, let's hear it.
I have in my little anthropology pumpkin class,
Oh, goodness.
um, I have vodka and Fresca and then a little bit of raspberry, like, syrup.
Yum.
Yesterday, I just did a vodka Diet Coke with vanilla syrup and, True Lime, and that was fantastic as well, but I wanted
Mhm.
something, like, more fruity, so
That looks so cute. The glass, I'm living
Mhm.
the pink color. I was gonna ask what made it pink. It's the raspberry.
Yes, ma'am.
So
She's
cute.
living.
Look at us already drinking. Like you really didn't
Oh,
even.
yeah, you can't stop me.
Okay, well, who goes first? These questions are pretty juicy, guys. Like
They are juicy.
it could take a turn. I'm not sure how much we're gonna
I
overshare, but I am fearful a little bit.
and I feel like some of them are, like, targeted a little.
A little bit, yeah.
Gosh, how should we decide who goes first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Let's do it.
Best 1 out of 1 or 1 out of 3?
I like 1 out of 1, like, let's
Okay,
not.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait,
Rock
shoot or no shoot?
Shoot.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot.
Scissors. Gotcha.
She like does it right out of the frame.
There's like a slight lag. I change it. I'm like, rock. No, I swear it was scissors.
No, it was. Okay, you can go first.
I'm just curious to hear this because just selfishly, I need to know. List the order of your pinned contacts.
You did that so that I wouldn't ask you that.
But I also, you just told me, but I don't remember if I was first or not. So I do want to know.
I'll do this one. This one isn't too bad. I only have 3 pinned right now. Okay. I have Brandon, and then you, and then Laura. But in case Laura is listening, it is not because someone is a better best friend or not. It's simply because she is also my business partner, and so we be chit-chatting all day.
Right.
But I love all of my besties equally.
Yes. I asked Emma this because I recently got into a confrontation with a friend over this, and I just feel like it is not very telling in that, like, mine, I didn't put that much thought into like the order of it, but it also is telling because it's like deep down, why'd you do that? Why'd you make that choice?
Yeah.
But yours is valid because you only have 2 friends and boyfriend, obviously boyfriend's first, and then business partner second. Who can blame you?
Thank you.
Love you, Laura. And she gets to live with you, so it all balances out. Exactly. You win some, you lose some.
All right. My first question for Madison. Okay, since we're just going to start juicy, who's a friend's partner you've disliked? So like a best friend's boyfriend that you've just like secretly hated.
Am I like name dropping or just saying the situation?
I suppose you could say the situation. No government name needed, but
okay. This is perfect because I know she doesn't listen. This was like this was like a year ago. One of my really good friends, I got into a fight with her boyfriend.
Oh, wow.
Over something, like, we were all really close, and so it was like he was my good friend too, but we shouldn't have been getting into a fight with each other. He overstepped his boundary for sure. And then shortly after that, their relationship was kind of on the rocks, and I was like, break up with him, like trying to get her to break up with him.
Classic.
And they didn't break up. So I just kind of had to eat my words. And yeah, they're thriving. They're doing great together, and we've patched everything over. So now everything is fine. But there was like a solid 6 months where I was praying for their downfall for sure. I
am dead. She's like has her crystals out, manifesting. Like,
no, literally.
No, I think we've all been there where it's like you think that it's actually going to be over, so you'll actually share your true feelings of how you feel about that person, but then it doesn't end, and you're like, oh.
You're like, I take it back. I was like, just kidding.
That was a joke. Yeah, like I was just kidding. I just thought that's what you wanted to hear.
You're like, no, I love him. You know that.
Yeah. I feel like we both need to drink just because.
Let's take a sip. Yeah. Literally the opposite of the game. Take a drink when you're telling the truth.
It's a reward. No, Madison and I are both such lightweights that like literally one drink could do it for us. So
yeah, like I'll be in for the night. Like, you know how people like they have one drink and they're like not really like they'll have a drink with lunch. If I have a drink, like I'm like I can't even drive. Like my vision is blurry.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so by the end of this, I'm sorry.
She's not leaving the house. Yeah.
I'm really not. Oh, it's my turn. I forgot.
It sure is.
My next question for you is what's the drunkest you've ever been? I just feel like you might have a fun story.
That's a targeted attack. And you know what? To keep myself from exposing too much, because that's just how I am, I will drink, but I will just say the drunkest I've ever been was in high school with one of my close friends, and that was my first time drinking tequila. And that's all you get.
Okay, well, you gave us a little something, so
took a big drink. Okay.
Do we each get only a certain amount of drinks?
Oh,
we gotta cut it off somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd say 1 or 2. You might have already used yours.
Let's say 2 then. How about that?
Okay,
we only get to drink twice.
Okay, 2 is fair.
She's evil tonight. She's mischievous.
I'm out for blood.
She said, and you're out, so. Some of these are so funny. Okay. Who is the last person you searched on Instagram?
Let me look. I'm actually fearful.
I know,
I
'cause I know
just
you'd be looking people up, so
Oh, actually, my last one was Carmen. I was like, "Who is this?" Carmen from Love Island.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just wanted to see her Instagram because I knew she was from Arizona, and I was watching Love Island last night because I am catching up. I'm on episode,
I love
21, I think, or something. So I'm, 10 behind,
you're getting
which
there. You're getting
I'm
there.
getting there. I am. And I think she's actually so cute, and it may
Yeah.
age poorly, I'm not sure, but I love her and Kenzo. So I looked them both up, but she was the last one I looked up.
Yeah, I love her too. I followed her. And I think it's, like, because she, like, lives in Scottsdale, like, I'm like, "No, I could be her friend."
No, I
She
feel
just
like I
doesn't
know
know
her.
yet. Yeah, like,
Yes.
you just get it.
She's she's the one that I'm like, "Oh, she would be my friend," you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, she actually seems cool.
Do any of y'all watch Love Island USA? Because if you do, maybe at the end of the season, we could do, like, just, like, a big spilling the tea about our opinions. Could be
Mhm.
fun.
Yes. I know I'm not anywhere near caught up, but it's already so juicy.
Oh,
Like,
it's so juicy.
I have beef with, 5 different people right now. They're actually insane.
Oh, yeah. They're like, the people I love, I really love, and the people I don't like, I'm like, "No, like,
You're
I'm
dead to
actively
me.
voting against you, like, I'm conspiring against you online."
Yes.
I'm in a Love Island Geneva group chat, and I'm in
Really?
there every night. Yeah, it's so fun. You should join
I
it.
should join, yeah. That's so fun. There's a Geneva for everything. Speaking
There
of,
really
join
is. Speaking
ours.
of, join our Geneva. It's linked in the show notes or in the description of the YouTube video, and we can chit chat. So,
Yet another targeted attack from me. Emma, have you ever been in trouble with the law?
you know, funny story is that I have. Um,
It's just so
I've been
unexpected from
arrested.
you. I just
No.
had to I had to share.
No, like, it's so funny because I had family members that were, like, really excited for me when they found out that this happened because I, like, gained street cred. Um, I was the ripe age of 20 years old. It was Black Friday, and I was at a local show, seeing some bands with one of my friends, and she had just turned 21, and so she bought both of us, just, like, I don't know, like, a Mike's tall boy, like, just nasty shit, and we were gonna bring it into this venue because the venue that we were going to was just, like, super laid back. They didn't card people. You could bring your own alcohol, which is, like, none of that is legal,
Mhm.
but we decided to take advantage of it, and, yeah, so I'm underage technically, I'm 20 years old drinking, and we step outside of the venue to get some fresh air, and I just see this, like, cop badge enter my peripheral vision, and I was like, "Oh, no." It was an undercover cop. He was in a Hawaiian shirt, khaki shorts. Apparently, he had been, like, scouting out this place for a while now because they, like, allow underage drinking and smoking and stuff, and so, unfortunately, I was the victim of the night. Actually, well, I
Mm.
wasn't a victim. I was, breaking the law, which I do not encourage, especially in public places. That was really dumb. But yeah, I got a ticket for minor in consumption. I had to go to a little class, and that was it. So nothing crazy serious, honestly. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's just so fun. I wish I
I'm
got
a
in trouble with the
criminal.
law, at least once. It's just a funny story.
Yeah, I had to take like a breathalyzer. It was crazy.
Yeah, and you were 20. It's not like you were 16 or something.
Like, yeah,
You're 20. You're a
yeah,
full adult.
literally legal in every other country. But
That's
anyway,
so funny.
drink responsibly, kids.
Yeah.
Period. Okay. Madison, what's the most embarrassing music you listen to?
I knew you were gonna ask this, and literally everything.
And that's why I asked you.
Let me go to my Spotify and just see.
I hear some weird-ish in her car sometimes.
Really? I feel like I don't play weird. Okay, that's already scary because I'm like, I thought that was normal.
She said, "I thought video game music was normal."
Okay, hyper pop. That's not even. I'm not even gonna go there. Maybe my most embarrassing is and this is not ironic. I say this with my chest.
Okay.
Cody Simpson.
Oh, period.
I'll put it on. I don't listen to him all the time, but I do have his Coast to Coast album saved right here. I'm looking at it. His music is so
No
nostalgic.
regrets. Yeah.
It's like a a One Direction kind of nostalgia, but
Mm.
more niche because I feel like not everybody liked Cody Simpson.
Yeah, he was more of a
Baby, it's not just you.
give it to us.
Yeah, loved him.
I love that for you.
Mhm.
Honestly, lately I've been enjoying some like British rap. You know, like the
Oh,
stuff you hear on TikTok? Why does it
yeah.
slap sometimes?
Central C, love him. Love.
No, like I've been listening to what it's like a playlist I found where it's like TikTok UK drill rap or something like that. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
perfect.
It's weird because I remember one song popped off like a couple years ago or maybe like a year and a half ago on TikTok, and it was the first like British rap song that I had heard, really.
Mhm.
And it was like jarring at first. Like it's such a
Yeah.
weird thing, but then once you hear it enough, which like his songs are all over TikTok and stuff, so like you just end up hearing it a lot. It just sounds normal to you eventually, and then you're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, wait, this is actually really good."
Yeah, and it slaps. No,
It
exactly.
does. Not even embarrassed about it. My next question for you, who was your worst kiss?
Oh, funny story is you were there.
Oh, I remember.
She sure was. She said, and that's why I asked.
And I just want you
Um,
to retell it because it's hilarious to me.
like I don't even know how to get into this without unfolding an
All of
hour
it.
long story, but essentially Madison and I
Like, where do we start and where do we end?
no, what do I keep out and what do I leave in? Okay. Long story short, we're at a local music festival in Phoenix, and there's an artist there that's like really small and whatever. And yeah, we don't even need to talk about him. We run into him and his friends after his set, and we ended up all hanging out at their hotel, not in like a sus way, like it was actually really like
Friendly.
he was doing to like cartwheels in the halls, and it was just very friendly and like wholesome.
Yeah.
But he
And what
had
year
this
was this?
friend. Oh, this was 2017. This was
Okay.
like spring break of 2017, I think. And fun fact, actually, that was the night we were introduced to Noah Kahan's music because
Oh,
the artist that
yeah.
we saw was his friend. So he had, I think, not really a close friend, I would say, but like this guy was with him that was like,
He was his photographer, right?
yeah, he was like his tour photographer or something like that. And he just like took a liking to me, and I like thought I was like giving the flags like not interested. Like I literally at one point had my hands in my pockets, and he took my hand out of my pocket to hold my hand. I was like, did you not think I had them in there for a reason? Like, why do you think I and then he drinks that night, okay? And I'm just trying to be nice because like I don't want to like ruin the night for everyone, you know?
Right.
While also not like leading him on because I was also very shy. Like I do not flirt.
We were
There was
like
no flirting
18,
happening.
right?
Yeah.
We were young, like
Yeah,
fresh out
he
of high
he was
school.
older. Yeah, he was
Yes.
maybe even mid-20s. Like, it
I
was
think he was
really sus.
old. Yeah.
He was older than the others, so I'll
Mhm.
say that. And they had been drinking well, it must have been like a tequila?
It was the tequila with the worm on the bottom or whatever it is. Like
Mhm.
there was a bug on the bottom and they ate it.
He ate it, and this was before he tried to kiss me.
Yeah.
So then he ew, I forgot about this part. So then he's like this is so embarrassing, I'm so dumb. He was like, "Oh, I think I hear someone snoring up on the next floor." And it was an old hotel where, like, it was just, like, a little staircases between the floors, so you can, like, hear above. And he was like, "Let's
Wait,
go
I
check it out."
completely forgot about all of this.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Stupid idiot. And, like, I'm on the staircase because he just wanted to, like, separate me from the group. And when I'm on the staircase, it clicks for me. I'm like, "I don't hear any snoring up here. I have been coerced." And I turn around and he just plants one on me, and it is the
Oh.
most disgusting, wet alcohol kiss. I pulled away immediately and walked away. Didn't say
Mm.
anything.
Oh, freshly after eating a bug.
Blech.
Like why would you ever think that was okay?
Why do you think you can kiss me after eating a worm? That's what I
No,
would like to know.
and let's think about that. Like let's really ponder that.
Let's actually I actually would like an answer. It's not a rhetorical question.
No, let's
So
call him up and ask.
let's
Like,
call him.
I actually need answers. Let's put him on the podcast.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And yeah, I
Oh.
never said anything. We never discussed it. It was just very awkward and a bad kiss. So
Yeah, he's still, you know how like friend groups always have like characters that they still talk about years and years later. He's like a character for us. Like we'll look him up on Instagram and just like giggle about it still. Like he's such a prominent character because he was just so absurd.
we have never like hated a man so much before because
No.
the story just goes on and on for like 6 months after this of him just like not getting that I'm not interested. Oh, that ish is hilarious. Okay.
I have to look him up after this because now I'm curious.
Yeah,
It's been a
let's see what he's up
while.
to. Madison, describe a time you ghosted someone. Because I'm sure you have.
Everyone I've ever talked to. Like, which one should I pick?
The juiciest.
The juiciest. Okay, let me think. Okay. This is like probably one of my worst ones, like just like actual straight up ghosting. Because a lot of times I would just like let things fizzle and then like soft ghost. This was just like a hard ghost. I had been seeing this guy casually, like for sure casually, for probably like a year on and off altogether. Like a while, a good chunk of time. And this was when I was living. How much information do I want to give?
I know, right?
I was living in one state and I moved to another without telling him.
Oh my God.
And I also started dating a different guy more seriously at the same time period. And so it was just like I moved, I got a boyfriend, like you're done. Like you're done. But
you're off the roster.
You're off the roster. Like you didn't make the cut. I'm sorry. Like try again next year.
Wow.
But I didn't let him, like I just never actually responded to his text ever again. And he texted multiple times. And the reason I chose this one is because he is once again a character in that the last text he ever sent me was just one emoji. It was the emoji with the fingers up like this, like pondering. Like he was God. Like, hello? But that was it. And I sent a screenshot to my mom, and my mom like still uses that emoji ironically because she thought it was so funny.
That's amazing. That's crazy. Wait, I think I might know who it is.
I don't know if you do. Okay. Let's see. My next question for you. Who do you think is the most annoying celebrity?
Ooh, I think a lot are.
I know, me too. So I'm curious.
Let me think of one that's like recently been on my nerves. I mean, I'll give you a few. Ariana Grande's pissed me off.
Oh, of course.
With her dating her SpongeBob man.
The SpongeBob clips that people are posting is crazy. Like
brutal.
I would just leave him after that. Like I'd be like, I made a mistake. I made a mistake.
You're like, I can admit when I've been wrong. So but I wouldn't say she's the most annoying celebrity to me. So I feel like I really got to sit and think about this.
Okay. She's just the annoying one of the moment. But like who truly
of the month
irks you? I also feel like I would do better with influencers. There's not that many celebrities that I feel that connected to where I actually dislike them. You could say an influencer too if you want.
It feels so mean because then they feel more like a real person, which is also bad. Yeah. But Michaela.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, girl. It's just recently it's been a lot.
It's been a lot.
And I'm trying. You're so talented. But I am annoyed.
You said you're so talented, love you. But I don't like
with
you.
Peace and love.
Respectfully, you're annoying. No, I get it. And to me that's not even that offensive because her personality,
is it not
her
on purpose?
accent, yeah. Right. It's like it's just a lot and it feels intentional. Like she knows it's a lot. It's not like she's just like sweet and keeps to herself and is like, you know, non-obtrusive. She's like very in your face, if you will. Kim Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian.
It's too much.
Like I can't. All right, my next question for you is: have you ever been sexually attracted to an animated character, and who?
Yes, many. Let me think of my top tier ones. Obviously, Danny Phantom.
Obviously,
who wasn't? Obviously, in both forms. Preferably the ghost, though, if we're honest.
And I agree.
The evil fish from Finding Nemo.
Oh, period.
Do you know which one I'm talking about? Like the black and white one?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, wait. I remembered my favorite one, but I actually don't. What was this show called? It's like it just came. It unlocked a memory, like my first crush ever. Oh, okay. I don't know why. TJ from Recess. Did you watch Recess?
Yes.
He has the backwards hat.
Oh my god, that's a good one.
I remember having the biggest crush on him when I was like super, super little.
I love that.
And that just unlocked, like, I never would have thought of that if you hadn't asked me that question.
Well, not that you asked me, but I have to also say I was very attracted to Kim Possible.
Oh, yes.
And Shigo.
And you know who else? The girl from the Dr. Doofenshmirtz's daughter from Phineas and Ferb.
Vanessa.
Yeah, she slayed.
Like, why was she hot?
She really was.
She was the Bella Hadid of her time.
Exactly. She was the it girl.
We need another drinking break. We've been spilling too much truth.
I've been sipping it the whole time, I'll be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
This is our last question, right?
Our last question, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to be strategic. I don't know if you'll have like an all-time answer, but just give me something. What's the weirdest thing that you've Googled? I Google everything, so this is like, I didn't want to answer this, so I'm asking
No way,
you.
I actually just thought of one based on what happened last week. Ew, this is so gross. After I got my pap smear, I was like, I want to know what she can see in there.
Oh.
And so I Googled, like, what does the cervix look like in a pap smear?
And what was it?
Is that weird?
No. You're just curious.
You know, it wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be, so it just looked like a bunch of tissue.
Well, I'll look it up after, so that's wonderful. Thank you. I Google everything, especially like medical stuff like that. Like, normalize being curious. Like, normalize I don't care if it's gross. I just
growing up and not knowing what it meant to be circumcised.
Exactly. And also, for some reason, I had a phase where I don't know if I should say it, but I learned what a micro penis was. I had to Google it. I had
need to know. Like, what exactly is micro?
Like, what qualifies as micro?
Exactly.
What's the line? And I saw the pictures, and you know, that was that. Now I know.
So free expressing all this.
Right? Because who doesn't Google? If be honest, you have free reign to the internet and you're not utilizing it, like, then you're stupid.
I agree.
And you're boring. You're not curious.
Boring. Yeah. You don't, like, that tells me that why aren't you having critical thoughts, like critical thinking?
Your brain isn't that big if you're not asking these questions to Google.
If you've never Googled
micropenis, then like, I don't know what's wrong with you. Even this goes for all genders. Like, even if you're a boy, you're telling me that you've never Googled micropenis. Or if you're circumcised, you've never Googled uncircumcised. Like, you just need to know these things. You need to know.
Yeah. It's always with genitalia.
Yes, oh, wait. It's
okay. Not
me immediately. Yes.
I'm just saying, I was thinking of like, there was a weird ass trend on TikTok where it was like for women or just people who had vaginas, if you had an innie or an outie. And I was like, what the actual F are we saying right now?
What do you mean? Talking about? Yeah.
It's like the Jennifer Lawrence, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I just need to know.
I have to know. And like, everyone's is different, so like, I just need a general consensus online.
Right. I need a diagram, actually. Like, I need to know. I don't know. You're weird if you don't Google something.
You are weird if you don't.
Especially because this is just to validate your genitalia comment. Like, we didn't have sex education or anything. Like, we didn't see like anatomically correct diagrams in our classes. So you think I'm not gonna be like a teenager Googling this stuff? No, I am.
I'm an adult and I'm Googling this stuff, babe. I got my education in Arizona, so
I know. Oh
yeah.
Do you remember we had a one sex ed class? I think was it middle school or elementary?
I remember in elementary we had one, and they showed us how to use pads and tampons.
I remember that was all they did.
And that is all they covered.
That was the class. Yeah, so that's our extent of it.
So that so
They're
obviously
not
we had
gonna
to
show
do
you
some
micro
moving.
penis. You have to do the extracurriculars on your
Literally.
own.
And not to be frank, but my mom died, and you think my dad's gonna have the sex talk with me? Like, that's crazy.
Rick is not gonna be engaging in
Rick is
that.
not giving. Yeah.
What my mom
So
did was the care books. Did you ever see those? People like
I
post
have
memes
seen
about
them
them now.
online. Yeah. Yeah.
That was what I got. And again, it's just, to be quite frank, not detailed enough.
I wasn't giving it all the information. It didn't answer all the questions.
No.
So
Anyways,
last question for Madison. Ooh.
I'm hoping for one in particular so I can go off. But I fear that you won't ask this question.
I was gonna say give a play-by-play of your first kiss. What did you want me to ask you?
I wanted you to ask me when I've been the most annoyed with you.
Okay. I got scared. So
I
Madison.
know I wasn't gonna ask you because in my head you've never been annoyed with me and I want to keep it
Yeah.
that way. It's
Okay.
lighthearted. It's lighthearted.
Okay, perfect. My last question for Madison. We're gonna end with a bang. When have you been most annoyed by me? And
I'm
do tell in great detail.
I'm glad you asked. Because this was just the other day.
Oh,
I've actually never, the thing about me and Emma is we've never actually been in a fight. Like we've never even like a disagreement. Like of course we disagree on things, but we're just kind of like, okay, whatever, we move on. We never like argue about anything.
Yeah.
Anyways, the other day I was texting her, sending her cute pictures of sweaters for Indy. And she told me, she said, girl, I just have to be honest with you. I fear that you're teetering the line of a crazy dog mom and you just need to reel it back in. And I literally couldn't even talk to her for like an hour. And that's a long time for me and Emma. I was actually, there was steam coming out of my ears.
I knew in that moment I had gone too far.
You went too far.
And I needed to give her some time.
Because listen, I understand that certain things I'm doing are a little crazy. By the way, if you want to see more indie content, Weenie Boy Indie on Instagram, he's kind of popping off.
Popping off. Check out his reels.
I hate to say it. Yes. Anyways, like that, you could have been like, cool it on the reels. Like you're doing too much.
Yeah.
But the sweaters, he's a small dog and I live in Colorado and I need to be prepared for the fall and winter. He's actually going to be cold. I did Google it after because you made me insecure. And it's like it said under 45 degrees for small dog breeds. It's like non-negotiable. Like they do need a sweater.
Okay, well, here's also the other thing is you said you framed it as you needed to get Indy some outfits.
Okay, well,
so to me that's saying you want to play dress up.
Right. And see, he does he does need sweaters for the winter, but unfortunately he also does need Christmas morning pajamas. That's the only one where maybe I'm going too far.
Yeah.
But my parents and Ben's parents are all going to be together on Christmas and all the dogs are coming. So they all need matching Christmas jammies.
You should find some that match like human jammies too.
Okay, see? And now you're understanding.
No, because I would like to apologize formally for this because after some thought I realized, if it were me and I did teeny tiny weenie, I would probably be acting the same way.
And at the end of the day, now I can giggle about it. You just caught me on the wrong day. I was a little grumpy for some reason. I don't know why. And I literally had to take a step back and I didn't text her for like an hour. And that was that. Now we're over it.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't my best moment.
No.
And I should have just kept it to myself. And I do take it back at the end of the day. So your feelings are valid.
I do appreciate if I were to take it too far, if I had him in some crazy clothes, like full out, if he had some pants on or something, do please let me know that I've gone too far. So I do respect that, like, you would let me know.
Yeah. I'm not afraid.
But it wasn't there yet. I hadn't gone too far.
We weren't there yet, and that's fine.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Then. I keep hitting my metal straw. Jump scare. No, now you have me looking in them every time before I use them. Make sure I don't see anything funky.
I know. Also, another time I was annoyed with Emma, just for a little bonus question. After I said on the podcast, well, I'm gonna say it anyways. After after the last episode when I said
Oh,
I
yeah.
have so much anxiety about metal straws. Guess what TikTok she sends me? Guess what shows up in my TikTok messages? A video of somebody with the same exact Stanley cup as me. First of all, it hit too close to home because I have that same exact cup. A spider in the straw. And like it was at the bottom of the straw, so you wouldn't see it unless you pulled it up. That is also, I didn't even mention that because I can't even think about it. It scares me
Yeah.
so bad. I literally didn't even bring it up, but that's another fear. Specifically that like a bug crawled in it in the night and then I go to take a big gulp of refreshing water in the
And it's
morning
just
and a
spiders.
bug just slurps right into my mouth. And
No,
she
because
sent
I
me
felt
that.
see, because I was like, "Oh my god, we have Stanleys," and we were just talking about straws. I was like, "I have to send it to her." And then after I sent it, I was like, "Oh, wait, I
It's
should
a
not have
genuine
sent."
fear.
I immediately responded and I was like, "I should not have sent you that. I'm so sorry." Like, I probably just ruined your life. So, I deeply apologize.
Yeah, and guess what I did today? I always bring my Stanley Cup to work. I didn't bring it today. I brought a water bottle without a straw because it was so triggering.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to really go through some exposure therapy with this and continue to use my Stanley and push through the fear if I
Yeah.
ever want to get over it. Because I thought,
Mm,
you know, when you have a fear and you're like, that's an invalid fear, like that would never
yeah.
happen. That's like ridiculous. And then you see it actually happen and you're like, oh, so I was right all along. That could happen to
So it
me.
could happen.
So it could happen. So I was right. It was one of those moments.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
Well, that was our truth or drink, which was really just all truth, and we drank in between. Where are you at with your drink? I'm almost done.
I actually finished my whole drink and then I just refilled it with lemonade because the lemonade is
Mm,
so good. So I'm having a little lavender lemonade chaser, if you will.
I just finished mine. There we go.
Delicious.
We hope you enjoyed this episode and found it entertaining. This was just purely like a shits and gigs episode, I feel like.
Yeah, I
Fun,
literally was gonna
juicy,
say
but
it's shits and gigs at the end of the day.
that's the category. The theme is
Do people ever ask you in person what your podcast is about? I wish I
all the
could
time.
literally just say shits and gigs because it's not
I know.
educational, it's not
It's different every week,
political.
baby.
It's just shits and gigs at the end of the day.
We're giving shits and gigs in variety.
Yes, different fonts of
So,
shits and gigs.
yeah.
And that's my favorite type of podcast, so I'm glad that's the route that we
Same.
went.
I
Well,
just want to give you your birthday gift. Sorry. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching or listening. We hope you enjoyed. Give us a rating or review in your streaming platforms. That helps us out a lot. And all of our social media links are also in the show notes and in the YouTube description if you're on YouTube.
Other than that, thank you guys once again, and we love you, and we'll see you next week.
Don't forget to tell Madison happy birthday on August 26th, Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't going to say it myself, but we were all thinking it.
We were all thinking it.
Okay, bye. Mwah.